Wholesale, sell at retail, people do extremely well with that. I know people that are chiropractors, I know people that are personal trainers, they do extremely well with that. Now for me, I do that as well, but what ends up happening many times is that I get them on the number 2 way of getting paid that we consider, okay? Now, I'm just saying it this way. Now, I know a lot of people have their own ways on how they describe it. This is how I kind of describe it. Okay, what's the number 2 way? This is what tends to happen. I'm really, really big on describing value. I'm really big on that. I'm the type that I want to do the job right the first time, so I don't have to repeat steps. So when I get a customer, I want to make sure they know the value. Isn't it safe to say they can see the value with our products? What happens is they use the products, and once they're done using the products, they get a hold of me and they say, hey Duke, I ran out of the products. Is there any way I can get more of the products? And I go, well, yeah, of course, no problem. And then after a while, they say, Duke, you know what, trying to get a hold of you, it's starting to become a little bit of a hassle. Is there any way that I can just kind of get the products just shipped to me, so that way I don't have to call you anymore? So I talk about the number 2 way of getting paid, which is through the preferred customers. With PCs, this is how it works. I just register them with USANA, put in all their information, and there's 2 main benefits that I think the customers will really, really like. First main benefit, they have the option, of course, they get the product shipped to the house every month, again, with the option to change up their products every month. So they can change it up a little bit. Number two, they get the products for what we get it for. That's a huge benefit. It's almost to the point where you wonder, well, how do we get paid then if that's the case? But that's what happens a lot. And you know what I think? When you're in a good company, that will happen a lot. So what's the number 2 way? Okay, well, let me describe this real quick. Now we go based on the points. So when I register a preferred customer, this is what tends to happen. What if we get some points in on the left side? Okay, so this is what happens. I register a customer. On computer, it will say, where do you want to register your points? And I go, okay, I want to register my points, that customer on the left side of my business. Let's just say it's 500 points. Now from here, on the right side, okay, they go, all right, this is really cool. Now how do we go ahead and register more customers? I register more customers, and they go, where do you want to put your customers in your business? Okay, I want to put them on my right side. How many points? Let's just say it all comes out to 1,000 points. I'm just doing this to make the math easy, okay? So some people say, okay, Duke, well, business center, you got left and right. What is that? How does that come into a paycheck? Well, I'm going to show you now our commission payout schedule. Commission payout schedule is going to arrive shortly. And as I was saying, here we go. Talking about this, USANA does a weekly payout schedule. Every Friday out here in California, 11 o'clock, okay, p.m. Now out in New York, it's good for them because they got till 2 a.m. It's basically midnight in Utah time, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's midnight over there in Utah. So this is how they do it. They find out how many points you have on the left, on the right, they give you a paycheck accordingly, and you get ranked. So talking about this is where it stacks up, okay? In this example, you have 500 and 1,000, so it matches up at 500, that's a $100 check. So how does USANA do it? Well, they go ahead and deduct 500, and then you're left with 500. Now some people say, okay, I'm left with 500, yep, it's just like those cell phone companies that have rollover minutes. Now other companies, sometimes they zero you out. This company says, nope, they can have their points. You know what I'm saying right here. So this is week 1, made $100. I'm just using this as an example. Week 2, isn't it true you have 500 points right there? Yeah, 500 points. Well, what tends to happen? Let's say we get crazy with the business. This doesn't always happen. I want to make sure it's clear. Some people get real crazy with it. Some people, again, part-time, full-time, you could do this at your leisure. We always say part-time, full-time, anytime, hammer time, whatever time. Okay, just joking, But anyways, let's say we're building this up. I know the person that's coming up to speak out was like, that was cheesy, If I didn't just embarrass myself right now. But anyways, so talking about this, let's say, and I know this is small, so I'm going to describe it, okay? I know the writing's small. Right here, 4,000 points. So week 2, 4,000 points on your left. And let's say we run, we're doing really good, and we get 2,000 points on our right. To give this as an example, week 2, you have 4,000 points. Isn't it true you had 500 and 2,000? That's 2,500 total. So you're going to match up right there at 2,000 and 2,000. That's a $400 check, and now you're considered an achiever, okay? So